Welcome to the Cluzie channel. Now you've got Suzie from Cluzie instead of Claire from Cluzie for today, because we're talking all about the fruitful finances for February. So, fruitful finances. What we're going to start with is actually just getting your personal finances under control and going in the direction that you want them to go in. So, where do we start? Well, where we normally start with everything is, number one, we work out where are we now. So understanding in all of our expenses, where are we spending money, what's it going towards? 2, what do we want to achieve in these areas? So how much income do we want coming in? How much expenses do we want coming out? And 3, what is the plan? What is the strategy to get from A to B? Okay, sounds pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Well, the thought work going into it is straightforward, but the tools that you need in order to achieve that, a couple of things. One, we like to use an intention spreadsheet. So it's sort of like running your life like a business in a way, or your finances like a business. So we have a monthly intention sheet where we put in what our intentions are for each month in each of the income and expense category buckets. From there, we do a tracking to work out how well we have gone with our intentions versus what the actuals are that are coming through the door. So if we intended to have 38,000 income, what was our actual that month, and is it lower or higher, and what are we going to do in order to look at the track and see if we need to increase in something or decrease our expectations or our intentions. And another little tool is, like, sometimes it's actually easier to set up different accounts. So if you want to have a separate account set up that is putting money aside for your wealth account. So your wealth account is things like travel, not that we do that much of that in 2020 or 2021 yet, or for bigger expenses, like you want to do a coaching course or something like that. So it can go in your wealth account, and you're just putting money aside until you have enough money in order to be able to achieve on that goal that you want to do there. And another thing is, I really like, especially if you're in a partnership, is to have a separate cash account. So this is like your spendies amount, where you get to spend money on your going out for dinner, going out for dates, getting your hair done, all the extra stuff that is not part of operating your life, like your house bills, your phone bills, things like that. And the reason I like to have it as a separate cash account, like an operations account, I'd have it as joint with your partner if that's where your relationship is at. But separate cash accounts is because then if you want to buy a present for the other person, or if you get $300 a week and that's your spendies, you can spend that money however you like on. If you want to spend it on alcohol, then you can spend it on alcohol, and your partner can't crack the shits because that's your allotment of your cash. And so that has been a game saver with Claire and I, because Claire, she's a spender. She loves to max it out. Me, I'm more of a saver, and I like to save up for the big ticket things. So it means I don't get shitty when she has to spend her money. Now, for real financial fruitfulness, we really, if you think back to Robert Kiyosaki, he puts us into like a quadrant, A, B, C, D. A and B are on one side, which is like you're employed or you're a sole trader. That's not the way for financial fruitfulness, according to Robert Kiyosaki, because you're always in sort of like a little bit of a rat race. You're never going to achieve financial freedom in any case. For the other side of the quadrant, the C and D, that's when you're getting into more financial fruitfulness, is when you go into becoming an investor or running a business, because that's when you can become financially free in either of those two quadrants. And even as like something like an investor, it sounds so big and scary. You can start with something small, like buying a vending machine and having the income of that with a return on that investment that slowly eats away at whatever it cost you for the vending machine in the first place. So it doesn't have to be like buying a house or anything like that and renting it out. You can start small with the investment and then just work your way up as you get more and more funds and build it up. So there's just a couple of tips as to how we can create financial fruitfulness in February. Have a good one, folks.